Previously, on the Lineage of Moonreach. We all split up to disable the bombs throughout the city. I linked up with an Avstander to hit the mines. We found a bunch of gnomes under some magic spell, and I had to kill some of the magic guys. And then I faced my worst enemy, Lila. Things got pretty dicey, but I defeated her. Things immediately started getting very splody after that, and we had to get the hell out. We made it out, but we ran into a giant creature that looked intent on killing us. But guess who came to our rescue out of nowhere? Durant, Prince Othis, and Jennifer!
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Jennifer!
That wasn't very long at all. Good job.
Because I was speed talking.
We just put that in as that. Like, we don't get the real one.
That's our theme song from now on.
We lost the file.
We lost the rights to the file.
DIY.
DIY. D-I-W-H-Y. Did we do that?
I think we could acapella that.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. I am your host and DM, Seth, and I'll introduce some of the players around the table here. Go ahead, Tomas.
Well, I'm Tomas, and I play Tomas, whose voice is now this for the rest of the campaign.
Tomar immediately dies.
I love it.
I'm Elijah, and I play Hirstag.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
Now, each week, we will be releasing on Mondays and Thursdays. We will be splitting up our sessions, but they'll be, for your listening pleasure. So make sure you listen every Monday and Thursday. And definitely start at the beginning. If you are listening to this for the first time, please don't. Go to the first episode called Gunky Evil and start there, because we are in the process of a long story. It continues on, and everybody hates spoilers, so definitely don't start here.
And on most podcast apps, you can arrange the episodes by older to newer. So
that's true. You can absolutely do that.
Use your brain power, folks.
Today, real quick, I am going to read one of our reviews on here, and this one is by the user Josh Dubin, who we actually know in real life. But we're going to do a thing now that if you leave a review, you might hear us reading it live on air.
Make it interesting, though.
This is live?
This is live. This is being broadcast on 10 different continents.
Whoa.
Only on RedTube, though.
We're sponsored by RedTube, Hungry Man. There was one other. Axe body spray.
And some other stuff.
Monster.
So here's my So here's the review here from Josh Dubin. He titles it Better Than Game of Thrones.
That's a bit extreme, Josh.
No,
we love it.
I don't agree with
it.
He prefaces it with a disclaimer. He says, I know absolutely nothing about D&D. This podcast is hilariously lovable, heart-wrenching, and fast-paced.
Just like Game of Thrones.
The characters played by a group of top-notch, lovable nerds will have you uncontrollably veering your vehicle through oncoming traffic. If you are looking for something new and exciting, please give this one a try. You will not be disappointed. Thanks, Josh.
We're happy to risk your life by listening to this show.
Yes. Thank you for driving dangerously and recklessly while listening to us. And I hope one day that you do die listening to us.
I mean, if you had to choose a way to die,
and that review will go on your headstone.
100%. No, Josh, we don't want you to die. But it would be hilarious if you did die listening to us.
That would take our
Just
listening
saying.
Don't
as an aside.
do not do it.
Because we will 100% talk about that every single episode. We've killed.
Remember how we killed Josh? That was awesome. There's not nearly enough wangs in our show show to be comparable with Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Not
yet, anyway.
Yeah, not yet. I
Not
mean,
for lack of trying.
I mean, this table is low, but you guys can't see. I'm just completely Porky Pigging it underneath here.
Good thing we're
So,
not streaming.
oh. So you guys may have noticed that the music in the last few episodes has changed, and going forward, we're going to be test driving out Adrian von Ziegler. He is a fantastically talented music composer, and we are going to be utilizing some of his music as kind of the background mood stuff. So please, he's got a Bandcamp. You can check him out. Go support him. That guy is awesome. And we'll leave his contact info and his home address and stuff in the below the show description. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, so you'll definitely notice a new, more kind of thematic type of music for the episodes going forward until we hate it. So
potentially less sirens.
yes, potentially
That'll
less
be great.
sirens. All right, so let's get on into it. So guys, as the recap kind of pointed out, you guys were coming out of the mines and you were assaulted pretty much from above by a large creature, the same creature that Tomar and Pinwin saw circling the city earlier in the day. It is a large humanoid-shaped creature about several dozens of feet tall, massive wings, and a great horned head. And it was about to assault you all when, through a portal, emerged Durant, Prince Othis in his construct form, and Jennifer, formerly a oftentimes silent member of your party as she was a chicken, now a wizard. And she turned to you and said into your heads, "Get out of here, run," or something to that nature.
And for more background on Durant and Jennifer, check out our website because we'll have articles posted pretty soon about those people.
Yes.
They're pretty key to what's going on in our universe. So.
Background
And also,
content.
Let's be real. Key to our hearts, Jennifer. Come on.
Yes, Jennifer was there at the beginning, and she has recently emerged again. All right, so everyone get your D20s ready. We're going to try something new.
I hate new things.
Everyone hates new.
suck.
It might be garbage, but you know what? Just
love
bear with
new.
me.
Let us know in the comments how garbage this is.
All right, I'm ready to roll.
I don't want to drop before
He doesn't want us
others.
to roll. He wants us to eat them.
Come on.
Okay, stop rolling.
Is this plus acrobatics?
I'm
All
going
right,
to
we're rolling
fucking
for
kill everyone.
Acrobatics would be a 16.
Anyway. Okay, so here we go. At Jennifer's prompt, the lot of you look around. There's just the one pathway to travel back in the direction you arrived and to your waiting carriage and Galen. The promised blizzard,
Galen is still there?
as far as you guys know,
Good on him for being lazy.
We don't know he's there or not.
the promised blizzard has finally arrived and the surroundings are being assaulted by the force of the pounding wind and snow. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh,
13.
16.
You guys already
that was
rolled.
initiative.
You just take that roll.
Can I not take that roll?
Just roll.
Oh, I can again?
Yes, go ahead.
Keep rolling, rolling.
Can I take my other roll?
No.
22.
Can I take
20.
whatever roll I want?
Can I just make up a number? A Googleplex. I call it Schmevendy.
What if it's my favorite?
No. All right, so we've got 22,
16.
16,
13.
13, and don't lie.
No, I had it in the wrong character. I made a backup character, finally.
Oh my god.
It
Please.
finally happened.
This is taking away from the intensity of
Well,
this
it
moment.
was so good. Okay, 12.
12. So 12, 16, 13, 22. So Gorbel, you are number 1. Hirstag, you're number 2. Tomar's number 3. And Pinwin is number 4. Okay.
That's how it works.
All right. The great beast above you all, that you now recognize as a Dragora,
Oh, fuck.
lets out a terrific roar and fires a hot plume of golden vapor into the air, nearly singeing Jennifer's plumage. She dives out of the way, neatly avoiding the spray. The blast hits the rock face behind her, and when the debris clears, there's a gigantic smoking hole in the stone. Durant and the prince continue trading blows with the beast, the creature lashing out with long, dangerous claws the size of a horse. The gnomes are frightened, looking around at each other and at you, the wolves, none knowing what to do. In the distance, in the city, you can hear the loud bang of some far-off explosion. Gorbel, you snap to attention in the chaos, and louder than you've ever shouted in your life, you command everyone to follow you down the path.
Follow me!
Roll a charisma check with advantage.
Us or her?
Just her.
Woo! That advantage was useful.
20.
20. Okay. The group does as you command, and as you bolt forward towards the path, you can hear the Dragora scream out behind you. A powerful gust of wind almost knocks you down, and you can hear a tremendous crunch.
Wow.
All right, Hirstag, give me a dex save.
That was good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're good.
Pretty good. 19?
19?
Oh, yeah, 19.
19. You react quickly as a huge boulder sails toward a section of the assembled mass. Using your plant growth, you are able to easily wrench plants from the ground, stopping, pillowing the blow, allowing the gnomes assembled to reach a certain smashy demise. The rest of you make it up the path and around the bend in the path to a T intersection, but you can see a group of 8 hobgoblins approaching from down the trail to the right. They haven't yet noticed you as you're uphill from them, but Tomar, you notice them. You can see that above them on the cliff face, a section of the rock has been cracked and broken and looks as though one firm nudging could loose it. You also see that they are dangerously close to the edge of the path and a very long and precarious fall. There is an abandoned barrel next to you. I need you to choose.
What does the barrel have to do with anything?
You're uphill.
All right, I'll shove the barrel down.
You choose the barrel. The barrel goes flying down the path, sloshing mightily with gravity doing its full duty, and collides with the front 2 soldiers. The barrel explodes on impact, showering the pathway and the other 6 with liquid. The 2 hit immediately fall over the ledge. The bitter cold freezes the liquid and several hobgoblins scream and attempt to move forward, but the path is now much icier than before. The first hobgoblin falls and creates a domino effect, knocking into the others and sliding backwards. The entire group tumbles, screaming, from the path and into the icy void beneath. However, now the path to the left or to the right is too dangerous to take. You must take the left path. As you descend, you find yourself suddenly very cold. A burst of winter wind hits you all as the terrible specter of the Dragora drops from the sky. Behind the beast, the 3 forms of Durant, Prince Othis, and Jennifer are speeding after it through the cliff face. The creature swoops down, the long train of gnomes in its sights. Pinwin, you can see a landing over 100 feet below, and it looks like a safer space to engage the creature. You know you have to get its attention, but you don't have time to attempt a soft landing. So acting quickly, you take a deep breath and leap off of the edge of the pathway just as the Dragora's throat fills with golden fire.
Checks out.
You fire arrow after arrow into it, and the hell
Are you
beast...
gonna kill me?
The hell beast fires the blast harmlessly into the sky above. You are now free-falling through the air. It is unlikely you will survive this fall without help. You scream out the name of one of the 3 pursuing allies to come to your aid. Durant leaps from the cliff face above, pirouetting in midair, and slides both blades into their sheaths in one easy motion. He folds his hands into a diving position and drops fast, snatching Pinwin out of the air at an angle and flies towards the rock wall. He nimbly springs off of it, rocketing to the other side where he repels again. He does this several times, holding you bride style as he bounces from rock wall to rock wall until you are safely at the bottom.
Terry, I love you. I'm so sorry that we left you behind.
Good thing that wasn't me.
Hirstag, you watch as Durant rescues Pinwin, and you see what they're attempting to do. You call out to one of the remaining 2 on the cliff face above you to protect the flock of gnomes behind you. You can see the ruse has worked, and the Dragora has now turned their attention to Pinwin in the canyon below. Choose either Jennifer or Prince Othis.
He doesn't know their names.
I don't know them.
I mean, you can shout to one of them.
Chicken!
So
Chicken Wizard!
Chizard.
So
Hey, Chizard over there.
Jennifer flutters in midair, seeing you pointing to the gnomes, and makes a beeline and casts a spell. You can see a book flies out from underneath her cape, floating in midair. The pages start
God, she's so
flipping.
cool.
They stop, and all of a sudden, a bluish orb of protection covers the gnomes. Tomar,
Gorbel, are you so proud?
you can now see an almost imperceptible object, a zipline post. The rope looks damaged, but you think you could possibly scale it quickly to reach the others. You shout out to the wolves to follow you. Give me an athletics check.
Get over here!
At advantage.
Is that the same?
24.
24. You descend rapidly and reach the bottom, the others following close behind you. But so does the Dragora.
Who takes the zip line? Like, check this out, motherfucker.
You can see a small opening in the rock leading to the trail beyond. It looks large enough for all of you to escape from. You know you need to distract the beast, but someone will need to be the one to do it. Choose one of the wolves to distract the Dragora.
That'd be me.
What? Come on.
All right, tell me what you do to distract it.
I'm going to unsheathe Steel Song, and I'm going to start spinning it in the air, like catching light from everywhere.
Okay.
Like, hey, you big stupid monster, get over here, come at me!
The Dragora notices you. It screams, and it swipes at you.
Oh,
Give me a
shit.
dex save.
Ooh. 14.
14. The Dragora hits you. And you take 10 damage. You fly backwards, sliding on the rock floor, but you are still capable and ready to fight. You can see the others behind the Dragora hammering away at the beast. But now that familiar golden blast starts to fill into its throat. Suddenly, Prince Othis appears from above, flying down and starts ripping into the wings of the Dragora, also alternating its blast so that it blasts the side wall. Another huge hole appears, and as it drags down, you can see that it blasts a hole right into the floor, and it looks deep, and some of it starts crumbling there. At the same time, Jennifer flutters down, opens up her wings, and you can see the book appear again, and the pages start... It stops, it starts to spin, and another portal opens up in the space. You can't tell what's on the other side of this portal. You can see the Dragora thrashing around, slamming into the rocks to either side of it, and the rocks start tumbling from above. You don't have long. Gorbel, the world seems to slow down around you. You know you have to choose one of these 3 pathways to escape. You can either choose the opening in the rock that was first visible when you landed. You can choose the hole in the earth, dark and foreboding, or you can choose the portal that Jennifer has created.
Everyone, to the portal!
And you watch as Gorbel races across and flies face first into the portal and disappears.
Superman, that portal. Oh!
What do the rest of you do?
Oh, please follow.
Is Dury holding me still?
No, you've been set down.
Okay.
I will go to the portal.
All right, you guys watch Tomar right into the portal. More rocks are coming down. Now, you only have 2 options, Hirstag. You can either choose the hole in the ground, or you can choose the portal, as the rocks have covered the other entrance.
I suppose I'll go through the portal.
All right, Hirstag through the portal. Pinwin, it's you and Shadow. Where are you going? You can see that the other 3 have now engaged the Dragora, and it is a very, very intense battle, but it is distracted. You can see that Jennifer is blasting it with something something magical, as Durant and Prince Othis are slicing it up with swords.
Where's Zyko and the gnomes?
Zyko is up at the pathway still.
Even though this is a weird dragon, it is a dragon, correct?
It's a Dragora, so it is part dragon, part demon beast.
I have history with dragons. This is really hard.
You don't have time.
I know. Okay.
You need to make a decision. Are you going to follow your friends?
I'll follow them. I'm on Shadow. I am going to try to fire at the dragon if I can. Can I do that?
I mean,
as I'm
you
moving?
can. Yes, give me 1 attack roll.
Since I'm on Shadow. Okay. While I'm doing so, I'm going to yell, Dury! Be safe! Come on! 20.
20. All right.
No, 22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 7.
All right. You watch as your arrow over your shoulder as you fire, and it sticks the Dragora right in its neck. Pinwin, you rocket into the portal behind your friends. You are all suddenly in a new plane of existence.
Where are we?
Is the portal open still?
The portal slowly closes behind you.
Where the fuck are we?
What is this? Why is it so quiet? I don't like it. Can you stop it?
What are
Take
we
a look
seeing?
around.
So you are
Hirstag, can you
in an open.
switch us off?
You are in an
Switch us what?
open plain. The sky is a weird bluish, purplish gray color. The plain itself, as far as you can see, it looks like empty, barren fields. It seems like it could be winter. It's cold, but you don't see any snow. There's no storm going on, and it's very quiet.
Does this look like where I was before?
It does not.
Does this look like where I was before?
It does not.
Okay.
Wow.
This has there's a very strong sense of magic around you guys.
Can you roll insight on a plane?
I
Like
mean,
the whole
that would be
plane?
an investigation.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
Can I tell if this is the Feywild?
This is not the Feywild.
19.
16.
All right. You guys will notice that off in the distance there are some mountains, and Pinwin, you can just make out off in the distance, just on the edge of your perception, is a little farmhouse, and you can see a little trail of smoke coming from a chimney.
Hey, guys.
There's no gnomes. There's no Zyko.
There's
Nobody made it out but us.
Just you.
Seth, you're mean.
Railroading sucks.
So mean. You brought Jennifer back just to kill her, you monster.
I call out in my mind to Jennifer.
You hear nothing.
Did you have a telepathic bond with Jennifer?
No, but I could hear her when she said that we needed to get out.
Yeah, you all heard that in your heads.
Guys,
I don't know what she's capable of now.
Are there any trees around?
Off in the distance, there are some barren trees. In the area, it seems like you're in the middle of a field.
Tomar's not going to say anything. He's just going to start walking towards the house.
Okay.
Guys, there is a house. I think that's where Tomar's going. I kind of want to see who's in the house. You never know when you meet a new friend. I'm going to go too. And I'll follow him.
I walk that way also.
Me too. Oh, shit.
So you guys all follow Tomar. You notice that you're on a pathway. Looks as though it could be a cow pathway. It's not like as big as a road. It definitely is used and traversed by probably farmers and the occasional traveler. But yeah, it seems to divide 2 rows of these fields as you continue on down towards this farmhouse. It takes you 10 minutes to reach there. And as you get closer, you see it's a single story. There is a fenced yard. And as Pinwin noticed, there is a curling little trail of smoke coming out of a chimney, a brick chimney. The farmhouse itself looks old, almost too old.
Is there a door?
I'm starting to think that
There's a door.
we just need to not be involved with what's going on in the world.
I open the door.
You're going to go up to the house and open the door?
Just
Why
going to
would you-
ignore the thing I'm
Why
talking
would
about.
you say that?
Everywhere we go, everyone dies. We did nothing, basically, by going there.
Can I still hear him as I open the door? I am opening it kind of slowly
Okay.
so I can peek
So you
in.
cross the yard as Tomar is speaking, and you open the door, and it easily opens. And inside, you can see that it is a single-room house. There is a small bed on one side of the room. There's a fireplace with the fire going inside, and above it is a kettle cooking, something bubbling inside. You can hear it from the doorway.
But I can't see any people.
You don't see anyone inside.
Maybe Jennifer meant to send us here.
Maybe they're okay. I'm inside.
Well, I imagine she did. She probably knew where she was
Yeah, but what
sending
about
us
the
to.
gnomes? What about Zyko? They're all gone. They didn't get out. I didn't see them get out. I just ran in here because that seemed like the best idea.
I'm gonna walk in the house.
Well, I ran in here because you guys did.
Well, none of us saw what happened out there. They could be fine.
Well, I don't like this.
Pinwin, you enter the home, and you get that you can smell whatever is cooking over the fire. Smells pretty good.
All right. Yeah. Are we hungry? Has it been a while?
It's probably been a while since you've eaten.
Okay. Can I smell what they're cooking?
It smells like it might be some sort of meat. Smells very hearty. Smells very spiced. Not familiar either.
Okay. Can I roll perception to see if I sense any people?
You could use your
Passive perception.
passive perception. There's no one in this single-roomed house, but you can see that there's a chair near the fireplace, and there is a book, a tome, open, and sitting on the arm of the chair, kind of to hold the page. You can see that there is also a shawl that is drooped to the floor, as if someone stood up, set their book down, and moved away without fixing it.
Is someone in the bathroom?
You don't see a bathroom in here, as it is a single room.
Right. I know. Wow, not even a bathroom? Well, I'll pick up the book.
Okay.
What does it say?
Inside is what languages do you speak?
Common, Goblin, Halfling, and Infernal.
Okay. You can read the first page. Seems to be a narrative about a great hero named Wiselamax Robingard. And
Somebody should write that down, probably.
and it details his adventures among different planes, and how it even indicates in the beginning, this is the story of how he went to different planes and returned with riches for the commoners.
But he's not here.
You also notice that this seems to be a printed book, as though it was not handwritten.
Oh.
Which most of the books you would have ever encountered in your life would have been handwritten. This seems strange.
Huh.
The lettering is almost too perfect.
This is weird.
I'm going to drop the sword to the ground and then just clump down outside.
All right.
I'm going to take the book, and I'm going to walk outside. Hey, guys, there's a guy named Wilamax or something. Maybe that's this guy. I have no idea. But there's a book.
You guys see Pinwin emerge with this big fat tome. Looks to be almost leather bound. The cover itself is black, and the writing on it is in gold. And on the front, it has. Do any of you guys speak Infernal? It's just this weird, cryptic looking script on the front. Looks a bit nefarious, even if you were unfamiliar.
Pinwin, what are you doing just picking up random stuff?
Oh, like my family, they traveled all around, met some interesting folks, and
Why are you
picked up a
acting
few
so
languages.
positive right now? I don't understand. Were you not just there where we were? All of our friends are gone.
We don't know that.
I have hope.
Does that book say how to get out of here? If not, we're stuck here.
This is about an adventurer who travels through different planes, so potentially...
Does it end with him getting out of the plane?
I read one page. Notice how I was in there just really briefly. I know that things seem hard.
I was
just in
there very briefly.
Flip to the end.
While they're talking,
Maybe
I'm
it
going
says
to
how he got out.
walk around in the yard,
There is hope,
looking
Tamar.
at the
I think we'll be okay.
the
You haven't.
foliage and shit.
You've only
just
been
trying
in
to
one other
see
plane, and it
if I
was
can tell where
temporarily.
we're at.
We could be trapped here forever.
Hirstag, as you walk
At least
around
we have each other.
in the yard, you actually see near the door is a rolled scroll with a seal on it.
Oh boy.
Other than that, you're not sure. The grass seems... There is grass here, but it seems weirdly ashen colored. Just like as if it was like all the color was... most of the color was drained out of a normal green grass.
Okay, I will. I will concentrate and begin to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. So
Okay.
It'll take 10 minutes.
All right.
On the scroll.
All right, so you guys see Hirstag drop down in the grass and start concentrating.
So, I know the plane you were in was bad. Do we know all planes are bad? Or are there some planes that are, like, kind of fun?
The regular world itself is its own plane. It's a material plane. The plane itself doesn't determine how bad it is. It just depends on where we are. I don't recognize this at all.
Well, what if this Y guy is who wrote the book and he's an ally and he'll help us get out?
I don't care right now, to be honest. Just leave me alone.
I can get us out of here if we take a rest, but I want to check out this scroll. I want to check out that book.
Aren't you concentrating?
I am. I'm waving my hands and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Does his magic work right now?
He's preparing the spell.
But does it work at all? Like, is magic capable where we're at?
Well, I was going to reveal this after the 10 minutes, but it appears as though your magic is not working at the moment.
I don't think that Jennifer would have sent us somewhere dangerous.
It's a chicken, Gorbel.
It's
a
Tomar,
chicken.
She has been with me since we were kids.
How's a chicken gonna know our best interest in anything?
Okay, I've met a few chickens, including Jennifer, for a brief amount of time, and I've known them to be honorable creatures. Especially Jennifer. Heart of gold, that chicken.
This goes beyond honor, Pinwin. She's intelligent.
That too?
I mean, you always said that.
She is a wizard now, Tomar.
Did you see her hat?
I sent my girl off to college.
Guys,
What are you talking about? What?
My
Have
magic
you noticed
isn't
she
working
hasn't
here.
been here?
I haven't been here.
Guys, my magic isn't working here. I can't get us back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're trapped here. Probably forever.
No, she will get us out.
That chicken's dead. That chicken is toast, Gorbel. You need to face the facts. Zyko's dead. Chicken's dead, whatever its name was. Durant's dead. I pulled him out of the throes of death for nothing. All the gnomes are dead. Like, all of that was for nothing.
I'll walk
We
over.
need to stop trying to be heroes because we don't save anybody.
I'll walk over to
I've saved
Tomar,
a lot of people.
and I'm gonna give Tomar a really big hug.
I'm gonna
maybe
shove
not now.
Pinwin
Tomar,
away.
it's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Get off of me.
It's gonna be okay.
I can't. I'm done right now. I'm gonna roll over onto the ground and then just start resting. Tomar just can't even.
I tell the others, maybe hold back for a second. I'm going to talk to him. I go over to Tomar.
He's laying on his side in the grass. Look grumpily.
Since I see that the book has not killed Pinwin at this point, I will go and try to look through the book, see if I can find anything useful.
Okay. So you get up from the ground in front of the scroll and you go over to the book. Okay. And you don't read Infernal. So you kind of fan through the pages and look through it, and it looks, it's just, there's no pictures at all. Just a ton of this weird, to you, indecipherable script. Pages and pages and pages. But there do seem to be chapter headings in it.
Do you want me to read it to you? I'm a very good reader.
Do you have this all written out for him to...
I would, if you want to read it, I mean, I'll give you the cliff notes.
I'll at least read the first few pages, see if there's anything about transferring planes.
Yeah, we should try to
Okay, we'll come.
stay optimistic
Yeah.
here.
We'll come back to that in a
Thanks,
second. Gorbel, did you want to speak to Tomar? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Look, I know we're in a really shitty situation right now, but we would have died out there, and you know what would happen to you if you had died.
How is my life worth any more than theirs?
It's not, but they aren't tethered to some miserable plane of existence.
We don't know what happens to them when they die.
We don't know that they died, Tomar. But we do know that you would have.
Now we might all die.
Yeah, we might, but we're not dead right now.
I don't know what we should do
I
because
don't either, but this is where we're at right now.
look how weird this place is.
It's weird as hell.
Like, if we venture beyond here, anything could be waiting for us.
Oh my god.
And if Hirstag can't use his magic, that means we probably all can't use our magic.
I should have just stayed on the wrestling circuit.
Maybe you should have.
Better money.
I think our best option right now is to just rest, get our strength back if possible, and then talk about what to do.
I agree, but you know they say don't go to bed angry, and
I mean, you're not helping though. Like, I know what happens to me when I die. That's not going to take away my
look,
guilt
I'm just
for
saying,
what happened.
I know, but I'm just saying that I am going to do everything in my power so that you do not die. So there's a silver lining for me, at least.
I'm just not going to respond.
He just stays silent.
Get some rest.
And as you walk back to Hirstag, Pinwin, and Shadow,
Did I read good stuff?
Yeah, you're catching the tail end of one of the first
second
few
page is how to get out of this plane.
It talks about Wislomax and his life growing up as a small boy on a farm, and it talks about how he always felt that he was destined for something greater, and though fate had something quite extraordinary waiting for him, he had no idea what he was about to get into. And that's pretty much what you were able to read out of the first chapter. You see that Shadow has kind of left you and is sniffing around near the front door.
Shadow, what do you see, boy?
Shadow kind of walks around the perimeter of the farmhouse, comes back to near the front door, kind of by that scroll, and then comes back over to you.
I'll go out and look at the scroll, pick it up.
Okay. It is a sealed, rolled scroll.
Okay.
But nothing happens when you pick it up other than it just being picked up.
Can I have
Fire-ass recipe for guacamole.
Can I have a look at it in case it's Inferno or whatever?
Yeah, once I open it, I'll unseal it,
Okay.
unroll it, and take a look.
You see big font, but you can't read it. It's in the same script that Pinwin's book is.
I turn it around to Pinwin. More of that weird,
Melts his face.
ugly language that
I
you
am
know.
dead now.
Hi, I'm Pinwin. I'm dead.
Wait, do I know that it was in Infernal? Like this stuff all of this shit around here?
Do you speak or read Infernal?
No.
Oh,
but
okay.
Do I know that that's what the language is? Like, did anybody vocally say...
No.
No,
I
you might
Infernal.
know that Pinwin speaks Infernal, because for some reason Pinwin was able to discern what was in that book. But I don't think he actually said it was in Infernal.
We've been letting you cool off. Just kind of looking around and stuff.
What language is it?
It's I mean it's I know a couple. I think it's
No,
maybe
what is that language right
Yeah,
there?
You
I
know
read
what it is.
4, so I mean
The language of the
Okay,
scroll.
yeah.
What is it?
I don't think it's common. Yeah, it's probably Infernal. This one seems infernally.
How do you know
would
Infernal?
know.
What does
That's-
an Infernal look like?
Infernal is a very jagged
Webdings?
script. What?
Webdings?
It's exactly like Webdings. No, it's a very jagged and slashy kind of spindly, thin script.
So you...
If you can read what that scroll says, maybe read it in your head first before reading it out loud, because it could just conjure the undead horde to eat us all alive. And
Okay, it's
Infernal's not a good language. How do you even know that?
excuse me. This white guy, he's talking about how he likes cheese sandwiches. That's gonna be bad.
Pinwin dabbled in the dark
But it's an
But it's a
infernal.
scroll.
That gives me a creepy feeling.
Scrolls are usually spell related.
Okay, it may be infernal, but not every infernal person is bad. You know?
Learned a lesson today, guys.
Yeah.
Pinwin, what did you do
Just
before
read
we
it in
met
your
you?
just read it in your head. Read it in your head first.
I was actually a spy for the Feldlin army. No, just kidding.
I like imagining Pinwin as a little goth Pinwin.
Had a goth phase, learned Infernal. Just to piss off mom and dad.
Smoke cigarettes.
And then mom just gave me humble brew to make me feel better.
So Pinwin, you read the contents of the scroll, and you notice that it is an invitation to the Midwinter Festival taking place in Demon Fort.
I'm gonna jump up
And
and
it
down
says
and
the
clap.
bearer
Yay.
of this scroll
Okay.
and up to 6 others are allowed entry.
Okay, all right, yay. Okay, there's a festival, guys. It's Demon Fort? Yeah.
Demon Fort.
That does not sound like a festival that
I mean-
we want to go to.
But it's a festival.
You're invited to the festival at Murder House.
Where the hell are we?
Bring a +1 so we can murder them too.
The grass looks really unhealthy. I don't like the vibes I'm getting from this
Gardener
place.
needs to be fired.
This cottage is too rustic. I don't like the paint on the outside.
I'm trying to stay positive here, but this is a depressing.
Yeah, to
place.
you, Hirstag, this would be incredibly depressing because of the actual plant life here seems dead.
Can any of you use spells at all?
Let me try to cast minor illusion.
Some, but I don't know what
You can
good
attempt.
they're going to do.
Okay, does it work?
It does not work.
Okay, nope. But it's gonna be okay, because you know what I still have? Still got this thing beating in my chest. It's all good. I'm alive. You're
I'm
alive.
going to try
It's
my
good.
magic. I'm
Okay.
going to try Mage Hand just to see if it works.
It does not work.
Shit.
When is this festival? When does it say to be there?
Why would we go to that?
There is no actual date on the scroll.
Is there anything on the horizon at all, like visible?
Can
from
we
where
see
we're
a very obvious demon fort?
You don't see anything other than
this way to Demon Fort?
very kind of withered trees off in the distance and the mountains as well.
Can I summon Bill here, or does it work?
You can attempt to, and I'll tell you.
I attempt to summon Bill.
Bill does not arrive.
I attempt to use my balm
We're
of the summer
boned.
court. Try to heal myself.
You cannot.
Why would Jennifer send us to a place like this?
Because she's a chicken and wants revenge on all humankind because we eat them regularly.
Oh, for loving her and caring for her and supporting her in her dreams and really prolonging her life.
Perhaps-
she should have died a long time ago.
Perhaps in her diminutive chicken mind, she assumed this was a better fate to leave us here like powerless and starving than having us be devoured by that creature.
Or
Well, I mean, if it were,
she made some infernal
if her
friends.
intentions were good,
How
Demon
smart
Fort buddies.
is Jennifer?
I mean, she's a chicken.
She's like a regular chicken?
No, she went to wizard school. She
So that's not a regular chicken. That's,
she is no regular chicken.
Aren't there there's prerequisites to get into wizard school? I had to meet some. I had to go on like a quest to get
I
there.
mean, you
did-
have to be pretty smart to become a wizard.
Seth, what did she have to do to get into wizard school?
You don't know.
killed 3
She
guys.
left and she came back with a wizard hat on.
Yeah, but she told me where she was going.
Yeah, she knew.
Did
But
you
behind
regularly
before she
write
could-
to Gorbel?
I mean, she would say
Like, hey,
she
Mom,
would-
just checking in, met
she
some
would write
friends.
sometimes, yeah, but she never indicated what she had to do to get in.
That poor chicken.
Let's just rest. I don't feel up to going anywhere yet.
I mean, yeah, I think it'd be a good plan to maybe rest. I mean, there is this cozy cottage, and if this is the Y guy, he seems pretty cool. He liked cheese sandwiches, so, like, he'd probably be okay with us hanging out in his house for a little bit.
Do I smell cheese sandwiches?
You don't smell cheese
He's not
sandwiches.
making
You
cheese
do.
sandwiches.
You can faintly smell something kind of spicy, like
Spicy.
yeah.
Who still likes cheese
Like a
sandwiches?
gum-
I'm going
what
to
does
go
it
and
smell
investigate
like?
that
Cheese
food.
sandwiches.
What does it smell like out here? Outside?
yes, let's eat the
You
mystery
don't. There's
pan
like
food
not much
in the other place.
I have a
scent
cooking
outside,
proficiency.
which is
Is there any
weird.
breeze.
No, that everything is still.
I'm gonna pick a blade of grass
Okay.
and I'm going to taste it.
Gross.
It tastes surprisingly flavorful, almost peppery.
I'm going to chew
Eat
it
more.
and swallow it.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna need a Constitution save.
Does it make you drunk?
That's been our only other
Grass that
Constitution
makes you
save,
drunk.
just getting drunk or not.
That'd be great if you just had grass.
14.
14. You, for a moment, have a sense of like I don't know, dizziness, but it passes fairly quickly.
Fuck, none of my spells work.
Maybe don't eat the wildlife.
I would have cast something to see what it was. I'm gonna roll. Can I roll nature to see if I can tell what's wrong with the grass? What's wrong with where we're at?
Go ahead.
Know. Ooh, natural 20.
Okay,
25.
so this doesn't match any description of grass that you've ever seen or heard about, and in fact, as you look closer, you can see very, very tiny dots on this grass, little red dots. This is some different kind of plant life that you haven't encountered before.
Can I tell if it is actually grass?
It matches a lot of the
Or at least plant life.
it's definitely plant life. Well, at least as all of your knowledge of plants, which is pretty extensive, it matches. It just has that little weirdness to it. You've never seen anything like it. I mean,
So just foreign
foreign
plant
grass.
life. Okay. Well, I think it's actually grass. I was wondering if we were in some kind of illusion or something.
Well, guys,
Which I mean, we still could be.
there's meat in the house. If it's illusion meat, I mean, I'm not above eating illusion meat. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna go eat some illusion meat or whatever the meat is, and then I'm gonna take at least a nap because wow, that was quite a thing.
Tom, are you
Pinwin-
going to stay in the grass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me inspect that food before you go eating it. I inspect it.
Okay, so you go inside and you look and you see this bubbling pot, and it smells amazing. The closer you get to it, in fact, the better it smells. And it looks like it's been, like you can see that the fire isn't at it raging. It's like a medium heat, so it's been probably simmering for quite some time.
Can I tell what it is and what spices were used?
No, the spices that you can smell and see in there don't look like anything you've ever seen before.
Does it trigger any, like, poison warnings in my brain?
It smells pretty tasty, so it's without tasting it, you probably would have to taste it.
I taste a tiny, tiny bit.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. Give me your. I know we haven't actually developed the cooking skill yet, but give me a roll and then give me like add like 6 to it, plus 6.
8.
8. You can't identify anything specific in this, but you do know this is one of the best tasting stews you've ever had in your life.
So does she make like an audible response?
Damn it, it's delicious.
All right, okay. Can you give
I
me
don't
that
know if we should
spoon?
eat it.
I'm
You don't
gonna-
feel any ill effects at all from eating it.
Come on, Gorbel,
It's so
please. Okay, please, come on.
You're a grown man, Pinwin.
All right, I take this spoon and I'm gonna take a big bite.
Okay.
I don't have enough willpower for the both of us.
I'm gonna walk in a circle around the perimeter of the shack or the cottage or whatever.
Okay.
Looking to see if there's any like roads or anything leading anywhere.
Okay. There is, as you walk around the back, you can see that out across the field is what appears to be a road. You also see a little, what you would imagine is a horse stable, but it's empty. It has 2 alcoves in it. You could keep 2 creatures in there, likely. It's a bit stunted, though, almost like those goat stables you saw in Dogwick.
I didn't see stables in Dogwood.
Never mind. Yeah.
Stunted stables.
Pinwin, tasting the soup, it is the best soup you've ever had in your life.
My God. I'm gonna take another bite.
All right? It's still the best soup you've ever had in your life.
I'm gonna walk into the
Horrible.
cottage because I don't feel comfortable exploring alone right now.
Okay. You see Pinwin bent over the pot. You see Gorbel standing in front of it as well, and Pinwin is just shoveling ladle after ladle of stew into his mouth.
Pinwin, no! I run up and I slap the ladle out of his hand.
How dare it's so good.
That could be a pot full of poison.
Okay, poison.
It's the most
would not
delicious
taste this good.
poison.
It's so good. So
That's what
good.
poison would want you to think.
Agree to disagree because it's really good if it's poison. I don't know. It's super good. Try it.
He picks the ladle off the ground, and there's still some in there.
I
as
have
he-
resistance to poison, so I will try to eat the rest of it.
All right, you sip this out of the ladle, and it's amazing. This, like, your
Is it
taste buds
poison?
just spring to life. It's like a symphony in your mouth. You've never tasted anything quite like this.
Do I feel like I have to fight off any...
Hang on to your frosted tips
Poison.
because you're just going to Flavor Town.
No, you can't feel any ill effects from this. And in fact, you're pretty sure that if you were to keep eating this, it would just continue to taste as good.
What about better?
I guess you'll have to find out.
Is there any, like, little bits of meat or something that looks especially good?
Surprisingly, you don't see any chunks or anything like that. It all seems like one, like, just very, like, almost like a bisque. It's all very well blended.
I'm going to take another ladleful, and
So
then I'll
you-
pass it off
See,
to
pretty good.
Amazing. It tastes amazing.
I wipe my mouth with my beard.
And you guys feel extremely refreshed after having consumed some of the soup to the point that you have full hit points now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, is this magic soup? You guys were all, oh no, Pinwin, don't have a soup. And then it's perfect. It's so good.
Rub
You guys
it
feel
in.
good?
I
It's
feel
so
pretty
good. Do you feel good, Gorbel?
I
Yeah.
only had a
I'm
tiny bit.
literally
Eat more soup.
watching the
Here.
wounds across my body close. from this soup.
Yeah, and
It's pretty good soup.
the scar that was kind of opened on your face still from the events earlier has now actually scabbed over and has turned into like a pink scar.
Oh, this is gonna scar, isn't it?
It looks really cool, Hirst.
I have a disguise kit. We can probably cover that up.
Okay.
Well,
if
And
you
Tomar,
need
you're just
to.
laying in the grass outside.
Yeah, it looks
but it's
fine.
like a comfortable temperature. It's kind of cold, but you kind of like that.
I'm gonna eat some soup.
Shadow's out there with you, though.
What is Shadow doing?
Still sniffing around.
I'm gonna
not
save
going
the soup
towards
for
me,
later
even
in
though I'm
case
laying
we take any
Okay, most
more
dogs
damage.
would just go up and lick your fucking face.
Well, he's a goddamn wolf, so
good.
he seems very, very occupied with some of the smells around the cabin.
I guess Tomar processes tragedy a lot differently than everyone else. does.
Okay, but the psychological standard processing of death is first denial, correct? Right? Isn't it denial?
Yeah. Denial.
That's why.
Then
like that
it
right
is
now.
anger.
Yep.
Then bargaining. Then no. The first is I think sadness. It's sadness.
Are you sure?
Denial, anger, or no, sadness, denial, anger, bargaining, acceptance.
Yeah, I think it
I
takes
thought
you a while to
denial
get
was
to the
first.
anger.
Okay, did anyone
I just thought
see
denial was
them
first.
dying as we were entering the
No.
portal?
And Pinwin's not gonna just be like, "Yep, they're done," because it doesn't.
I mean, I've been saying.
Tomar, you stare up at the sky, and although it is twilight, you can still see some of the stars, and the sky itself is kind of you're noticing is it's a little pretty. I don't know if you would think this is pretty, but like I said, it's blue and purple and gray, but because the stars are kind of shining through, it looks a bit. You're nostalgic for something you can't quite place, and there are stars, but they are not in any configuration or constellation that you recognize.
All right, I'm going to take my goggles off. Mm-hmm. What does it look like now?
With your goggles off?
Yeah.
With your goggles off, the intensity of the stars is much more, and you can actually see that if you peer because you are more sensitive to light, you can see it almost seems like some weird configuration of galaxies off in the distance, way far away.
Can I see what could be a North Star?
You do see there is one star that is brighter than the others, though the hue of it is more purpley than what you'd be used to on the material plane. And you do notice that there are no moons. In Argaria, and the world that you are from, there are 3 moons, but there are none in this sky.
I still have my hood off, by the way.
So he's bald as fuck.
Bald and veiny and weird.
So, Gorbel, did you eat from the soup?
Yes.
All right, so you are now fully healed.
So it just gives us hit points?
Yes, 100% of your hit points are back. Actually, one sec. I rolled a natural 20. So, you now have a temporary plus 10 to your normal hit points.
Wow.
You are feeling better than you've ever felt.
Everyone?
Anyone who ate from the soup.
So
we
is it
tell
just
Tomar
is it
about
just their
this?
HP, or does it like a long rest?
Oh,
happen?
so yeah, you feel the effects of having rested for a very long time.
Oh, so we got a lot. That's what I was getting.
Oh,
at.
sorry, yeah.
Okay.
So you got spellies too?
I mean, yeah.
Well, shit.
We should probably have Tomar eat some of this, right? If it makes us feel so good. He's a bit down. He could use something to bring him right up, right?
Does he even like stew?
We're gonna find out. I'm gonna trot on out. And
All right, so you see, you're vaguely aware, Tomar, of Pinwin approaching from your left.
I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder. Hi, Tomar. There's some really good soup in there. We're pretty sure it's not poison, and it made us all feel really, really great. Do you want to feel really, really great and eat some soup?
How are you sure it's not poison?
All 3 of us had it, and none of us died.
Not all poison works immediately to take effect.
But does it make you feel this good?
Are you outside now?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
picture her leaning
So,
against
yeah.
the door like, yeah.
I'm not. I'm eating more soup.
So
Don't eat it all!
You don't know.
Hirstag's still consuming soup in there. It's the perfect. It's like hot, but it's not so hot that it burns your mouth. It's just the perfect temperature.
Am I like full?
Yeah, you feel really good. You feel rested, refreshed, sharp of mind.
If I keep drinking it, is my stomach gonna explode?
I think only you are going to be able to test that theory.
I do a little dance to see if I can feel it sloshing around.
You can feel it sloshing around.
I've had a lot of soup.
You feel very full.
I better put the ladle down.
Gluttony's a sin.
Not wanting to be alone on this plane and accepting death over loneliness, I will try the soup.
Okay, so Tomar, you get up and then move through the house and cautiously, probably, sip some of the soup.
No, not cautiously. I'll just sniff it once and then I'll just drink a ladle full.
You are surprised at how tasty this is. You don't recognize the flavors, but you wish you had had something like this before. It is one of the most delicious things you have ever eaten.
It's so good, I bet Smoochy could have made this stew. Then I kiss my hand
Smooch.
and raise a finger up to the sky.
He's up there somewhere. Just looking down.
Wow, that is really good. But why was it here?
We should probably try to bottle it up.
Yeah.
Take some for the
Imagine
road.
if we just had this all the time.
You do notice that there are an array of bottles along a table in one side of the room.
Are they labeled?
They are not labeled, they're empty.
This is
And you
just
see
meant
a
to
basin,
be.
almost like a pestle, for like a mortar and pestle.
And you see a Tupperware container conveniently with the lid right there.
This episode's brought to you by Rubbermaid.
So there are other things in this.
Well, I was going to say we
Are
should...
there cupboards?
There are cupboards, yes.
I'm gonna open some cupboards, see if we can find a recipe.
So you don't find a recipe, you see various cooking utensils.
And a human head.
The secret ingredient! It's head! It's people!
No, you open up some of the cupboards, you see cooking utensils, you open up a one that's like kind of at your head height, Pinwin, and you can see that there are like different dried spices in there, it looks like. Some are hanging, some are actually in like a chopped or powdered form.
Have I seen these spices before?
None of them look familiar to you.
I don't know much about cooking, but these spices sound interesting. I don't think I've heard of any of these. Have you, Gorbel?
They do not look familiar to you. None of them are labeled, but they all look weird. Like, some of them look like they could be certain ingredients that you've seen, but with like a twist.
None of these look quite like anything I've ever seen.
So do we bottle some spices too?
I don't know if we're supposed to raid this place.
I guess this is someone's home. Man, I wish I were here. I wonder if it's that white person.
Wait. This stew was warm?
Hot, but like not too hot.
You're right. This
No one
probably
leaves
is
soup.
someone's
No
home.
one leaves soup this good, this like abruptly. Something happened here.
Gosh, what if this isn't even that good? What if these spices make something even better?
Or if we go to the material plane and it
I
just
have to
tastes
meet
like
this guy.
ass when we get back.
It occurred to me that maybe there was somebody here before recently. I'm going to walk out and look for footprints.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Or a nature check, whichever you prefer.
Can I do survival?
Yes, you could all... Sorry, that's what I meant, not nature.
Okay. Because that's way better. 28.
So you do see that there are various footprints. Most of them are large. Larger than yours anyway, perhaps the size of a large human or a half-orc. But they've been moving around
Are
the
they
area.
my footprints?
Some of them are Gorbels, and some of them are the rest of your party. But you see that they've moved around so much, it would be kind of hard to tell in which direction they came or went.
Are there any paths that I can find leading off in certain directions?
So that, and when you went around the back and you saw the road in the distance, you did see that there was a path that has been heavily traveled that leads to that road.
But no paths that I can see in the dirt from the footprints, like tracking?
I mean, they definitely, that's a heavily traversed little path that leads to the road. So you can imagine that person who left them or people use that a lot.
Okay. I'll go back into the
I was
cottage.
going to say we should take a rest, but I feel pretty rejuvenated right now.
Yeah, I've got all my
No,
spells.
isn't
You-
that
Pretty
amazing?
rested.
All of you feel fully rested.
So good.
Well, around the back of the cottage there's a
What's that?
there's a stables off in the distance. I'm wondering if maybe the owner of this cottage, they went off that way, took off somewhere to get some more stew ingredients or something. Gorbel, that teleportation spell that you did to save Tomar, is that a kind of spell that just wears off after a certain amount of time?
After 24 hours.
I'm trying to get an idea of maybe this spell, this teleportation that the chicken cast will wear off and we'll end up back on our plane at some point.
Well, it doesn't even look like we're where we were. Oh, when I went to the ethereal plane, when I entered it, I was still in the exact same location I was when I went there. So everything was just different, but it was the same place, if you understand what I'm saying. So my location in the universe was the same, but I was just on another dimension. But this looks a lot different from where we even were, so who knows?
Yes, this doesn't look like any terrain you guys have ever traversed before. Like, there's no landmarks or anything that looks similar to anything you've encountered.
Question: does this look? Have you seen Wizard of Oz? First of all,
Like the movie?
yeah.
Yes.
Does it look like when they find Emerald City and there's those big castles and then there's a bunch of not poppies, more like peppery grass?
No.
Okay, 'cause that's what I'm picturing. So I feel like this is way more magical than what it is.
So if we're going to head out, which I think we probably should, there's two things we should do.
All right.
We should write a note. You always leave a note.
Thanking them for the soup.
No, fuck these people. I mean, Jennifer might have known, even though she's a chicken, where she was displacing us.
I am telling you, she knows.
Either way, say she happens to know somehow, despite her chicken life. We leave a note for whoever might be alive if they enter a portal and they arrive here. Tell them where we're going, that we arrived safely, and that we might be back. I don't know.
Should we leave the soup?
Should we leave the book? I kind of want to read more. Right now, I just know we really like cheese sandwiches.
I kind of want
and-
to take some more soup.
You should
some other
take the
stuff.
book for sure. I don't care about the soup.
Well, what if somebody comes back and they're severely injured?
Let's maybe
Then they could drink the
take
soup.
a little soup.
So we leave the soup.
A little
I
bit.
don't. Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know about you guys,
Can we
but I'm
take
taking
some?
a bottle of soup.
Yeah, I'm going to take a bottle. How many bottles of soup would be left?
I mean, it's a
Would you
pretty
say?
big cauldron.
So there's plenty left?
There's plenty.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Yeah, it's fine.
You could probably
Do
at
see how
least
much
take a
soup
couple
is
of
in
bottles.
Here? It's fine.
The other thing we should do is mark our way as we go so we can find our way back to the cottage if we need to come back for some reason. Or so we don't get lost in wherever the hell we are.
We could leave a trail of soup.
We could leave a trail of
would
footprints.
never.
We have a ranger with us. I'm going to try real quick and try to cast. I'll go out into the yard
Okay.
and try to cast my thorn whip at like a rock or something.
You find that it is almost impossible for you to cast Thorn Whip.
Can I try to wild shape? I'll try to wild shape.
You are unable to wild shape.
What comes in my kit? I've never looked. The
Roll
clothes.
roll survival, and you could probably come up with something that would help you kind of discern where you guys are going.
I mean, even if
Okay.
we could use rock for chalk and anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Footprints.
All right, okay.
I have
Footprints
tracking
aren't reliable
abilities.
enough. They might get covered up by weather or something.
I'll just roll survival and see what we can do. Let's see.
What the hell are you talking about, Pinwin?
I mean, I'm going to think about all the things that have helped me survive up until now, so many things. Okay, 39?
Okay.
Or 29.
So you're, regardless of that roll, you are, like, you would know that one of the best ways to track your movement and to make sure you're keeping a nice trail is to use marking chalk, which you would have a stick of in your pack.
That works fine.
Typically, someone draws the same symbol into the ground or onto trees or something in order to make sure they know it's their trail that they're leaving.
Okay. All right, guys, I've got this covered. I have my handy dandy chalk.
You guys see a long stick of like red rock looking stuff.
I made a lot of things, but I'll make sure to save it just for our symbol of where we were, and I'll just write it in whatever's nearby, okay? But we should leave a note, and we can even tell them the symbol, because I'm sure these are friends who could be a monster if they're making soup like that,
Does anyone have paper or a quill of any kind?
Okay.
You do see that there's several volumes of books inside the house itself on a shelf. There are some sheafs of paper as well.
Can we read any of the book titles?
They are all in that same script that you don't recognize. Someone might be able to, but...
Oh, I didn't even see these books here. I just smelled that soup and found the one obvious book, and I guess I can look and see what these other books say.
Most of them seem to be narratives or novels of some kind. All of them are typically named after some hero. Like you've got Boulder Shiz, the Incredible is one of them, and another one is Baulaum, the Amazing Wizard, and like it just goes on and on with different, like they all seem to be epic, heroic narration, novels.
These are hero tales.
Can we
awesome.
roll like a history check or something to see if we recognize that name of that city, the demon whatever?
Demon Fort.
Demon Fort.
You may.
What are we rolling? History, you said?
History, I say.
History. Will be history.
14.
I'm on that Wizard of Oz.
It doesn't sound familiar. It sounds very, like, on the nose. Demon Fort? Like...
Really, bro? That's the name you chose?
It's very, very on the nose.
What about like a...
I rolled 20.
Like how do...
Any better?
It doesn't ring any bells with you.
Okay.
All right, just write a note,
Okay.
but make it vague, but make it so that they know who it is that wrote it.
Okay.
Like maybe a picture or something.
All right.
All right, what are you going to write it about? What are you going to say?
Hi, I'm Pinwin Dingleroot.
Leader of the Wolves of Moonreach.
Captain and leader.
I'm Pinwin Dingleroot, and we somehow ended up in your place, and
No,
I'm sorry.
don't leave it for them.
You're like looking over Pinwin's shoulder. You're like, no.
We're leaving it for our friends if they come here, not for the guy who lives here.
Okay, I'll go back and scratch that out. All right. Hi, I'm P, and I'm going to look over at Tomas.
And I'm just shaking my head.
All right. I'll just put a dot after the P. I'm P, and...
You don't even have to say who it is. Just say, went somewhere, blah, blah, blah.
Why aren't you writing it?
I don't know. I don't want to step over my grounds here with Pinwin's paper.
Yeah, good. We are making our way to Demon Fort because we saw this really cool scroll that said that there's a festival there, and that sounds good. So, when I go check that out...
Why are we going to
maybe.
Demon Fort?
Are you reading this while he's writing it?
Yeah.
I'm writing Infernal, though, right? So they
No!
can read it. Oh, I'm not.
You gotta scratch it all out again? Yeah, you guys notice that Pinwin is writing an Infernal.
Oh.
What are you doing? Just write it for a friend.
Write it in common.
I sketch it out again. Half the
Just
paper
a
is
messy
scratches.
ass paper.
And now, common. Hey, comma, it's P. Period. No one's called me P. I think I'd like that. All right, I'll keep going.
I could call you P.
All right. Anyway, we're making our way down this path because there's a path here and we don't really know where else to go. So we're going to follow it. When in doubt, just look for the P.
Brevity not being one of Pinwin's strong suits. This is a very long note written out.
And ending with love, P, and a heart.
Okay. Well,
I
that'll
take
do.
the pencil from him and I write, "We'll be back soon," probably.
We'll be back soon, comma, probably, question mark.
Signed H.
I'm going to take the pencil again and write in small script somewhere. If the owner of the soup happens to read this, your soup is crazy good.
Are you writing that in Infernal?
Yeah.
So you guys see a smattering of unrecognizable, that same script, which you have now probably discerned as Infernal based on Pinwin.
I told them, fuck you, thanks for the soup.
Perfect.
All right.
Let's go. Let's just get out of here. Let's see what's down the path.
Might as well.
So you guys head down the path towards the road, and you are like, the road goes off sort of in the direction that you guys came from, kind of like southeast-ish of it towards the horizon, and it also goes to the left, which goes closer to some mountains. Other than that, it's a lot of fields. You seem to be in some sort of fieldy valley.
I'll try to see if I can tell which direction the footprints go.
Okay.
I will as well.
Okay, survival.
20.
Oh, math. 23.
Okay, so you guys notice that now that you're in the road, it's a dirt road, but you guys can see that most of the most recent tracks that you see are all heading in the same direction, to the left. And there's a lot of them.
And that was
Towards the mountains.
Is there a rock or anything on that fork to the left? Anything I can write the chalk on?
I mean, there's pebbles and stuff like that, but not any actual, like, features that would probably... You don't see anything to, like, really, like, nearby. You could try to do it on the ground. That's what the trail chalk is
That's
for.
where I like
Okay.
to do it.
I'll try and write a P with a heart in it on the ground.
Okay, so is the heart's in the P or the P's in the heart?
The P is in the heart.
The heart is always in the P.
All right, so Pinwin leans down and draws a heart with a P in it.
Blood pumps strongly in the P.
And do you guys want to head in the direction of all these footsteps?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully there are people there to kill us. There's a bunch of people.
Or to party. Festival.
It's a party. Welcome to the party.
So you guys head down the trail, the road. You travel for about 45 minutes and you reach a sign. And there's a few branching paths. And the sign, one points to Elder Vault, it indicates on the sign.
In common?
No, this is... I'm imagining Pinwin would be translating it for you. It's all... Every script that you see is going to be in Infernal.
Ah, shit.
So you see the sign, and in Infernal it says Elder Vault in one direction, to the right. To the left, it says Lagoon Falls.
Not legume.
Ain't no peanuts there.
Oh my God.
And then straight ahead, it
Falling
points to...
baby peanuts from a waterfall. It'd be so cute.
Aw.
That would be cute.
And forward, straight ahead, it says
Imagine it with
Demon
little
Fort.
hands and feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
Correct.
We
Ford is Demon Fort?
we know Demon Fort. The other ones are strange to us. Do we go to Demon Fort or what?
Before I'd even read it, I'd be like, so guys, yeah, Demon Fort is ahead, but there's also Lagoon Falls.
Lagoon Falls.
Lagoon Falls.
Legume Falls.
This way.
That sounds pleasant.
How do we choose? But one's a
Sounds
festival.
better.
And another one is
Demon
Elder
Fort.
Elder Vault.
I'm not even going to read it. That's not part of this.
Fair enough. All right.
We're
Well,
not
it
going
could
that way.
be
What's
a
the other
trap.
one
What
say?
if Demon Fort's the nicest place?
Well, the other one's Elder Vault. I mean, it is a festival. It sounds pretty cool. Sounds like we might find some cool people to make friends. But do you remember last time we were at something that was like a fallsy hot spring thing? That was so fun.
Feeling
About which one? Elder Vault?
about
Me too.
the fact that everything is written in Infernal here, and that the city, the party was at a place called Demon Fort.
What is your reservation exactly, Hirstag?
Wondering maybe if we're in hell.
They're probably just trying to be edgy.
Hell's not real.
Hell would not have that soup.
Wait,
So
Have you
good.
ever
You guys
seen
don't
a
believe in
tiefling
hell?
before?
What do you mean? You guys.
What do you mean?
What the hell
Have
do you
I
mean,
seen
you
a
guys?
you know
tiefling?
what I mean?
Dwarves?
No, the people who, like, love Warcrag.
Do you have something against
Dwarves.
tieflings? Bad experience.
Okay, dwarves.
So dwarves don't... I don't know where orcs or people go when they die, but we have our own place that we're esteemed enough to be
Generally,
part
we're buried at sea
Unless-
or in the ground.
of. Unless our corpses aren't burned. So if I ever do die, like die, make sure to burn my corpse, please. I'll burn your corpse too, Hirstag.
Thank you.
Fucked up.
But no, the hells are where the demons live.
Have you seen demons before?
I know about the planes.
Well, we've seen stuff that kind of...
It's not really
Seems like a
do
demon.
we believe it or not. It's a place.
Ooh,
that
what
you
if
can
we're
go
in...
to.
What if we're in Calcifer's plane right now?
What if?
Why the hell would that chicken send us to
What
Calcifer's
if
plane
we're
to
in a
hell?
plane?
She would not do
where-
that. She would not.
Yeah, we're in a plane where they have awesome parties and really good soup, and they happen to speak Infernal.
Here's the thing. I don't think that we are going to be able to get out of here on our own. I think we might have to depend on some help from other people, whatever they may be.
So
Well, I
think
hope you
maybe
guys are pretty good fighters, because I'm not very good with this hammer.
let's do Demon Fort, maybe.
Let's
Even though
vote. Let's vote.
Okay.
there's those, maybe the soup maker's there.
Wherever we go together. We can't keep splitting up.
It's true. Yeah,
'Cause-
that's good. Good plan.
Bad stuff happens when we split up.
Yeah,
We should have learned that a long time
we
ago.
don't even have Zyko now because we split up.
Psycho, I hope he's okay.
He's a
fine.
fighter.
He is. We're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. I bet they're just in a different portal.
Everyone
Okay.
who votes for Elder Vault, raise your hand.
No one raises their hand.
Good.
Let's just go to Demon Fort.
All right, let's go.
So you all are in unanimous agreement. You're going to go to Demon Fort.
We'll hit up Demon Fort and then we'll party at the falls a little later, right?
Maybe. But
We gotta get back to Wolves Rest.
that too.
Let's go into this very carefully.
Hazel's gonna be pissed.
I know, Pinwin. I know you're trying. I agree with you.
But you're at the tavern again, huh?
It's good to stay. Try to keep in high hopes and everything. But
Are you scared?
I'm pretty sure that it's not. I have a feeling it's not the happiest place. That's all I'm saying. Just be prepared.
Why does your voice sound so weird,
to
Hirstag?
fight? I keep losing my voice. My Hirstag
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to proceed towards Demon Fort, but once we start sensing people, beings, whatever, let's try to observe a little bit, keep our distance, and try to blend in as best we can.
If there's a party, that's just great. But we should just be prepared
All right.
to not party.
Okay, let's think about our formation.
What if they have more soup?
Here, okay.
Hopefully it's a party and it'll be really fun. But
So Hirstag right now.
We
to a
can eat
party.
the soup, bro.
Herstag right
Wait,
now.
what
Shut
kind of
up about the
parties
soup
have yours?
already.
Donuts.
I've got some soup right here.
We're good on soup. What's important is our formation. Herstag is virtually useless as is right now. He should not be leading point.
I will lead the way.
All right, you're a good tracker and whatnot.
Yeah.
You have martial ability. I'll take up the back in case something attacks us from the rear.
Let's do a simple diamond formation. Pinwin, you take the front.
Front of the
Tomar,
highway.
cover the back. Hirstag and I will take the sides and watch our sides.
I like it.
All right.
I don't have a cool
All
name
right.
for
That's
those.
some good leadership, Gorbel.
So you guys do a diamond formation as you walk cautiously.
Shuffling awkwardly down the highway.
Where is Shadow?
I'm riding him.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
All right, so you guys continue on down, and after about an hour of nothing really happening, you notice you get closer and closer to the mountains. The terrain starts to get a bit more hilly. You start to realize that the grass is starting to change color. Not on its own, but it's gradually becoming a deeper, like instead of that weird ashen green color, it's starting to become more purpley bluish. Still faint and ashen, but it's changing slightly. And as you continue on down, everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, Gorbel, we rolled the same.
23.
Ooh.
17.
Aren't you perceptive? It's loading.
14.
Man, I knew it. 21.
21. So everyone, Gorbel just barely on the the cusp of your vision. You guys are able to see off to the side. There seems to be some sort of encampment almost. It's very small, but it looks like there's some sort of structure, very small structure off to the side of the road, just a ways away, about 20 feet off of the road.
Pillage it!
And as you get closer, you can see that there is now. You were vaguely aware. Well, you two were pretty confident on it, but it looks like a little plume of smoke, some kind of fire is a brewing.
Oh, man.
Small though.
Which direction?
Up ahead.
Is that the only way the path goes?
It's the way the road goes. Yeah.
All right.
So we should pop on in, right?
We should be cautious.
Cautiously pop on in.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right. As you get closer and closer, you see that it is a little camp, and there is a figure sitting next to a fire. He's a heavy-set, male-looking tiefling. He's large, though. He's larger than the tiefling you guys encountered at Ravenmoor. His skin is a nice burnished bronzish color. His horns are very large, and he doesn't look up at you as you approach, but he is staring very intensely into the fire, the little campfire.
For those of you listening who aren't keen on D&D, tieflings are descended from demons. They're one of the main playable races in the game, but in our universe they aren't very common.
Correct.
So-
In the area of Argyria that this takes place in, they're rare, but they still make an occurrence every now and again.
Okay.
But he's staring at the fire.
Yep. Doesn't look up as you guys get closer.
Do we talk to him? What do we do?
He's dressed in simple garb, and he actually, it looks like familiar garb. It's not crazy foreign looking or anything like that. He looks just like a common peasant.
Is he armed?
You don't see any sort of arms
I'm
near
gonna
him.
walk up to him.
I might not be able to communicate with him if he speaks Infernal, but I can try.
Here, why don't we go?
So
Let's go.
you two are going to approach him? So Gorbel and Pinwin, you move towards him.
I'm gonna round around his camp.
Okay.
I'm keeping my distance.
All right, are you going to be on Shadow as you
Hirstag,
approach?
come with me. You can't be alone.
I'm going with
I'll have
Tomas.
Shadow. I'm gonna have Shadow go with you guys, okay? Just
so
to
you-
make sure.
Come on,
Okay.
buddy.
So as you guys approach, you just see this, and he's even larger now that you're closer. He's just this hulking.
Oh my God,
He doesn't look like super muscular. He's
the
just a
Hulk Hogan of fucking-
he's just a solid big dude. You can tell he's probably at least like 6 foot. He's at least as tall as you, Gorbel. He's sitting down, but he's probably taller.
I'm gonna walk up to him and stand right beside him and put my hand on and say, "Hi, I'm Pinwin."
He almost looks startled.
In Infernal, of course.
He says in Infernal.
And that's translated out.
You startled me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Pinwin
Didn't mean to
doing
do that. I forget. I just get so excited sometimes.
What did he say?
I startled him. Whoops.
Tell him that we're friendly travelers. Ask him where we are.
Yeah, of course. Well, yes.
As you start, Pinwin, he turns and looks at you, Gorbel, and he looks back at you, Pinwin. Well, I didn't know that you spoke common. I can speak common.
I am very sorry to make that assumption.
Where are you from?
Oh, well, we're from, I think a different plane, potentially. So, this is kind of all new to us, so we're kind of just trying to figure out where to go. Are you from this plane?
Yes.
Cool. So, what's your name?
Have you ever met a chicken?
That too.
No. I don't recognize that word.
A bird?
Beaky thing?
I do. Flappy wings. I make a little hat.
And Pinwin's got it, doing a beak with his fingers. No.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Just
But
wanna
yes, your
check.
name. Who are you?
I'm Feather.
Feather. Oh, I love your name. Such a good name. So, what you doing around here, Feather?
I'm heading to the Winter Festival.
Winter Festival. So what? You know, we were just gonna going that way too. What happens at the Winter Festival? What's that like?
It's fun.
So fun. Awesome. What do you all like to do for fun?
Eat the blood of babies.
He just looks up at you. There's contests, games, and merriment.
Cool. Contest.
His face doesn't change as he speaks to you. It seems very, just emotionless almost.
Are you traveling with companions?
No, just by myself.
Oh, okay. Well, it's cool.
What do you call this land?
This land,
This area that we're in?
this is the Frach.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Hey, Tomar, can you... Oh, I gotta be quiet. Tomar, can you read lips or anything?
What? No.
You can't tell. I can't tell what they're saying.
No.
Are you hungry?
I mean, always little.
I just ate, actually.
Hey, is that... Before you say anything else, is that your cabin back yonder there? That way?
No.
Do you know whose that is?
No.
Oh, just curious.
Now, as we're pretty new to the area,
We're figuring stuff out.
I am curious. Have you ever met a half-orc before?
No. What's a Half-Orc?
It's what I am.
He looks you up and down. Oh.
This guy's
Is
people
everyone-
skills are on fire.
Is everyone here a tiefling?
No. Some are Teflons. Some are demons.
Are they, friendly?
Well, this is the time of peace. It's the Winter Festival, Mad Winter.
Have you ever been to a different plane?
No.
Yeah, me neither till today.
Are they going to be okay with us? Are you okay with us?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I've
But you're
got
not gonna get far if
Oh.
you don't speak Inferno.
Well, what if one of us does? Because I've got Inferno down.
How do you know common?
They've learned from books.
How did you get...
Rosetta Stone. How to speak common.
Rosetta Tome. We both said yay. Yay!
Thank you, Rosetta Stone.
I hated that so much.
She's now less attracted to me, and we're broken up.
There's no manly way to go.
Gotta plug those sponsors, though, am I right?
Oh boy,
Still a thing.
that just diffused all the tension.
My money's going to Duolingo
Attention.
because it's free. Anyway, okay. He has a pack next to him, and he turns and he starts rifling through it.
Is that a fucking gun?
A Desert Eagle. A submachine gun.
And the other. End of Wolves.
Oh god.
New characters. No, he rifles through his pack and he pulls out a little stone with a clip on it.
What's that?
As translation.
Wow, that's so nice.
How does it work?
That's infernal magic.
Do I eat it?
No. Clip it on this cloth.
Do I eat it?
I clip it on.
And as you clip it on, he starts, but it slowly starts like warping the way he's speaking. And now you can understand him, even though you're pretty sure he's speaking infernal.
That was me saying, holy shit.
He says, "You speak infernal very well."
That is insane. You should sell this. What?
He was saying it's okay. I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right. Well,
Have fun at the Midwestern Festival.
we will. You too. Nice to meet
Wait.
you.
What?
Are we going to be accepted there?
Do you have an invitation?
I believe so, yes.
Did we bring that with us?
Yes.
Please say yes. Oh, thank God.
Then you'll be fine.
Nobody's going to hassle us or razz us for the way we look or
He kind
sound or...
the first emotion you've seen on his face, he furrows his brow. What kind of place do you think that says?
We're new here.
These guys, they don't know Infernal super well, and people who speak Infernal. I've got a buddy named Thad, and he was super cool. Do you know any Thads? That'd be cool.
No.
Oh, well, he was awesome. And you're awesome too.
Be well, Pinwin.
You too, Feather.
And he like just literally turns over, lays down on the ground, and just
All right.
I peek my head over the tent.
Thank you for the stone.
I'm peeking around the other side of the
We got a stone. We're good to go. All right.
Listen to this.
And you guys, how close are you guys?
Like we're on the other side of the tent.
Okay. It just sounds like random noise to you.
How far away are we?
You guys are, if you're on the other side of the tent, you guys are like 15 to 20 feet away.
Okay. I walk up.
Closer.
Yeah.
As you get closer, and all of a sudden the sounds like a whole bunch of expletives that Gorbel is, but you can understand it.
Waka waka walking taco.
Did you find out what plane we're on?
We're in...
Good memory. And when you say frach like that, it translates immediately
To what?
to the Starlight Plane.
Starlight Plane. That means nothing to me.
Doesn't mean anything to anyone.
It makes me think of a song.
You, Tomar, would it resonates slightly, but only something that you would have heard in passing, possibly. You know of it as a plane, but you don't know much about it. Oh, Hirstag, knowing of planes, you would know that this is a plane that was rumored to be like a mythological plane, almost like a neutral plane for those who did not belong in the infernal and did not belong in the material. It's kind of like a halfway house of planes.
Well, so this plane is a kind of a crossroads and in between hell and the material plane.
So you mean to say
and it's stuck
People
in.
who speak
so
infernal aren't all baddies.
We're almost in hell.
No,
But
we're not.
It's plunged into an eternal twilight, and it never stops being twilight in the Starlight Plane.
He seemed pretty nice.
Yep, super cool.
And you have the invitation, right?
Let me just check.
He just rifles through his stuff.
We're
Do I
gonna need
find
it. But
Yeah,
he says
I've
we'll
got
be
it.
okay if we have the invitation.
What if we didn't?
Then we probably... Well, I don't know.
Guess we don't have to worry about it because we got it, right?
Up to 6 guests.
Yeah. We're good.
All right, well, I guess we go there then.
Festival.
But that went better than expected, right?
Oh, I knew he was going to be great.
Did you
It's fine.
ask him why our magic isn't working or anything?
I didn't know.
You just hear the...
Do I know anything about why our magic wouldn't be working?
It is rumored that it is because it is a neutral zone. It is a place that magic cannot take hold. It exists pretty much as a penitence type of realm.
So this is a kind of a vacuum of magic. There's no magic here.
That
Or
sucks.
very little. Our spells won't have any effect.
You better hope we don't see combat, Hirstag.
We're going
hoping.
to a festival.
Yeah,
We would
what
do
goes
that
wrong
at
at
a
festivals?
Just play it cool, Tomar.
I'm not good at that.
I know, but just try to maybe enjoy yourself. Mingle, make friends.
What if they have the new Whimsy? Remember how much you liked that too? Yeah?
I'm more of a rum and milk guy.
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean,
maybe they
everyone
have
liked
that.
Whimsy. Yeah.
Guess we won't know unless we go.
They probably have the best drinks because they had the best stew. And
Right?
that was just some random shack we happened
Shack.
upon.
I mean, that might have been the emerald of the Twilight Plane or whatever.
Well, it wasn't feather. But,
Let's proceed.
yeah.
Oh, he didn't know Jennifer, by the way.
Or
Good, that
fed.
was on the top of my concerns.
Was that his cottage we were in?
No.
All right, so you guys are going to hit the road?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys continue on down the road
Diamond
for
pattern.
diamond pattern for another roughly 2 hours. And you travel up a hill. The mountains are getting closer and closer. And as you crest the hill, you look down, and off in the distance, you can see a large city. Still maybe about an hour's walk from you. But this city seems to be in a state of celebration. You can hear loud fanfare emanating from the walls. You can hear horns, and you can see now that you're closer, you can see that there are little encampments from around the city of looks like tents set up and stuff like that, maybe people waiting outside.
Tailgaters.
But there is a long train of people entering.
Oh, by the way, everybody here is either a tiefling or a demon, so
Awesome.
blend
Makes
in.
sense.
And as you get closer and closer, you can hear the horns get louder and louder. And as you get even closer, you can see there's a ton of really hulking demons and tieflings walking around, just of all sorts, men, women, children. None of them really pay you much mind. A couple of them look over at you. And you can see that this long train is entering the city. You're approached by a very straight-backed, serious-looking woman. She seems to be of tiefling origin, and she approaches you with a tome out. And she looks down and she looks up, and you can tell that what she's saying isn't what you're hearing because you're hearing the translation. And she says, "Hello, are you here for the festival?
Yeah, we are.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you have your invitation?" And Hirstag puts his fist forward with the scroll, and she opens it up, and she looks at it, looks at you, rolls it back up, and hands it to you, Hirstag. "Well, welcome to the Demon Fort. I hope you're ready for the Midwinter Festival. You'll find accommodations inside, and if that is correct, you guys will have quite a good time. That's a very nice suite that you're going to be staying in. So, please enjoy your stay, and please do try not to create too much of a ruckus.
All right.
Welcome to the city of Demonfort. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
I'm very excited about this.
Can I put a P down with the heart on it before we go in?
Sure.
So, okay.
Pinwin stoops and traces a P and puts a heart around it. All right, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We appreciate you more than anything in the world.
More than so many things.
And
I was told by a fellow listener, well, not a fellow listener, because I don't listen to this shit, that we should thank our audience more.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. That is something that we've been lacking, and I apologize to those of you who do listen. We really appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far. We are at almost 500 downloads now, which is pretty sweet. We're picking up speed, and we're appreciating it. But it wouldn't be possible without all of you listeners out there, and those of you who have commented and liked all of our shit on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. We really, really appreciate it, and we're going to keep pumping out this content, and let us know what you think. Seriously, message us, find our homes and visit us, and crawl into bed with us.
I'll sleep with anyone.
He will. I've seen it.
Leave a review like Josh did.
Yeah, if you guys want to hear your review read loud and proud, please leave one, and we will definitely get to it at the beginning. We might start doing that at the beginning of our podcast. So yeah, just let us know what you think.
Go to iTunes. If you use your mobile phone, just scroll to the bottom of our podcast page, and that's where you can leave a review.
Yeah, or StitcherBot, or even
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, please check it out on every platform available.
All over the fucking place.
Yeah, we're fucking canvassing. We're taking shit over. But yeah, once again, we really appreciate it. We'll see you guys on a Thursday's episode, so you can hear the conclusion of this session. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say except for this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay. Is everybody in a comfortable position? Everybody's ready?
Never.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say.
I cannot get comfortable, like, for real.
I just mean one where you're not going to be moving around.
No,
I was mostly talking about Lindsey.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey.
Okay.
Hold on, can we fix this bump? Because I foresee so many problems.
Bad rolls. Whoa.
Just don't roll on the bump, guy.
It's
the
impossible.
only
It's
place.
right here. It's still bumpy. God
It is
damn
definitely
it.
possible. I've never rolled on one of those bumps.
Because it's not facing the
Right,
sun.
this is our roll space. Unless we can somehow get it here.
The guy with the heaviest dice.
No bump.
Just destroying bumps.
I'm glad I'm
bump
not
crusher.
good now.
Yeah, let me...
Man, it's just bumpy.
It
God
is bumpy.
damn it. Motherfucking bump.
We should turn it that way next time.
I have a
maybe
short
Elijah
list
has
of
to
enemies,
deal
but
with
this
some
bump
bump.
is on there.
It is at the top of that list. The great beast above you all. Oh my fuck.
What the hell?
Not ever do that again. What happened? What was that?
How do you spell dinklage?
Did you do that for dramatic effect?
Dinklage. I think.
It was an
Okay,
accident.
that's how I spell
How
it.
did that happen?
Who cares how it happened? It just happened.
Just don't
All
do it
right.
again.
Okay.
I can't trust you.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm done. Game over. Please stop talking.
How do you spell laundromat? I need
Why?
to know.
I am
Just
going
asking.
to. Everyone dies, make new
Random
characters.
Already done.
Okay. For real, though. Here we go.
16.
What if our new role is...
Oh my god!
Keep all of this. Keep all of this. It's so good.
No, because
They need to know. They need to know what happens when we do this. This is the behind the scenes footage that we
okay,
can
fine.
put on Patreon.
Just put it way later. All right, I'm starting from the top here. All right.
Laundromat is spelled Laundrmat.
So is that a no?
That is a no.
Okay.
You should
Just
write that
wondering.
down, Elijah.
I don't have a pencil.
He's gonna forget.
Okay.
You need it? No.
Please fucking God. Okay. All right. Roll initiative.
13.
18.
It was 16, you fucking liar! God damn it, Elijah! God damn it!
16.
You can hear the Dragora scream out behind you. A powerful gust of wind almost knocks you down, and you can hear a tremendous crunch.
Did you write that audio on the paper?
No, that was ad-libbed.
It looked like you were reading it.
I was just I didn't want to lose my spot because I have a couple of different stuff on there. All right, Hirstag. All right,
Better.
everybody ready? Put your headphones on. Girl, put your headphones on. I knew you were. I
Elijah,
wanted
quit
to do
shaking the fucking table.
It might have been me.
Don't shake the fucking table.
It might have been me.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
The sky.
Yeah, the sky. That's where we'll pick it back up.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Mostly
show
'cause of
Lindsay
car.
something.
National pizza. I might actually
Stop.
eat pizza right now.
I was going to say, stop singing about it if we're not getting it.
We are getting
Sure,
it.
we'll get it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Don't taunt me like that.
National Pizza Day. National Pizza, National Pizza, National Pizza Day.